However, for those of you who don't quite remember why we are here, because of the delicious meals we've been having, we are here to raise funds. To raise funds to enable this young man to do what we expect our children to do. To move Nigeria forward. Having said that, I will start this evening's fundraising event. Yes. I have no intention of calling names per se, but those of us in the Mickey VIP room, if you guys can come out here, that would be very, very well appreciated. Now, I will start. Actually, I would need somebody with our regular Mickey plate. Yes, you know it. And let me, by the way, greet the people that own this place. Big house, bueno! Big house, bueno! Yes, yes. This is Mickey House. Let's not forget about it. There you go. Now, do we have it? Yes. Now, just because we do not, wait a minute, somebody has to hold it as we go around. Charity begins at home, they say. And this particular, all right, this young man here, with golden beard, young man. Yes. I will be supporting our brother here with $500.
The only thing I have in the house.
Thank you, thank you. Having said that, I would like to move around. Yes. I don't want people to come. You just finished eating. Relax. I'll come to you. You see how I've been standing in front of this place, looking at you? Please. Please. Please.
It is highly impossible to give more than the leader of our great house, but I will give $100.
Thank you. Somebody ought to be taking the notes. Who's taking the notes? Okay. Where's that one? Yes. Moving along, our Facebook videographer, you know I'm coming to you, and that is none other than our own Sanko Success.
Yes, sir.
Sanko Success.
I think Chief is gonna bail me out with $200.
Yes. Now, moving along to our own honorable Mickey House member from Oakland, up in the high quarters. Yes. Gabriel Odadi.
Yes, so.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys some for $200.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, with his lovely wife sitting next to him. That's wonderful. Now, I have to keep moving on. The man of God is here with us, but dollars don't discriminate. Yeah, my brother.
Praise the Lord. So I will.
I don't know when.
Bring the music down.
Yes, I would like to support with 200 dollars.
Yeah, put your hands together, gentlemen. Yes. Next is another honorable member.
Hold on, sir. Let them catch up. The people writing and collecting.
I don't know.
No,
They keep telling me they are coming back.
Ugo hasn't written it down.
that's okay.
Oh, it's okay, don't worry.
Tell him to do that. Another honorable member in the house. Yes.
Because they are trying to set up
Okay, where is
credit card.
Ugo?
It's right there. They are setting up
The way, don't worry.
Just write it in and beg.
It's nothing.
Yes,
Yeah, please. Here we have another honorable member of the Mickey House from up in the hills also. The Honorable Frank Agordi.
Yeah, I've given them my check over there.
Okay.
I'm here to support, and we want the young ones to rule Nigeria now. They have a digital brain. Thank you.
All right.
They said they give a check.
Yes.
I'll give back the check.
Now, moving along, I would like to get to one of the founding members of the Mickey House, the Honorable Ifeanyi Okechukwu, former Vice President of Wells Fargo Bank. Now, let me give him the microphone.
Thank you, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been listening to everybody this evening, and I'd like to support the presidency. But you know, there is something missing here. That is, it's just not the money. You have the advantage of being abroad, being overseas, being in the United States. So I guess my question to you is, how are you planning on harnessing the intellectual resources of those of us who are here and who can help you? And I'm thinking with that support alone, you'll be able to exceed the minimum that your counterparts in Nigeria, you know. So if you can just answer in a couple.
Praise God. By the way, Mr. Okechukwu was the third highest ranking officer of Wells Fargo Bank. In fact, he put me in Wells Fargo Bank in this country. For the last 16 years, he hired me as a banker in Wells Fargo. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What I should say to you is that other aspirants accuse me of coming to the game with greater advantage than others because of exactly what you said, that I've already locked down the resources and the capabilities and capacities that you mentioned of people in diaspora who are capable of changing Nigeria without asking for a dime. As you know, there's a Nigerian doctor in this town, I mean the United States, who can take out a baby from a womb, fix the baby and put the baby back in the womb, and the baby will be born almost perfect, if not perfect. We have economists, pharmacists, we have nuclear physicists, we have tunnel engineers in the diaspora who are dying to come back home. And one of the things you'll be hearing from us very soon, because we are taking your information, is that we are building a pool of resources that will help us to kickstart this new government. from day one. We are not going to wait for 6 months before we form our cabinet, because we already have a shadow cabinet by way of the kind of support we are processing. But on the lighter modes, we also need doctors who can help us replace the brain of these old leaders. You know, they need brain surgery, but it's too late now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. You've seen Philip. All right. Now, who is next here? All right. No, I'll get through them. Okay. Shaga, this is another honorable member from the Making House. Please, don't go. Yeah, please. Here's the microphone.
I don't need a microphone to donate.
All right, then go ahead and do what you need to do.
Just give me a pen, but I don't want that guy's pen.
Here.
He doesn't want that guy's pen.
I'm giving him a pen.
Don't mind.
Moving along, there are some people here that I'm not too sure. My brother, are you contributing with us?
My name is
yeah, this one.
My name is
One house, please.
I will contribute $50
Wonderful. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I'm skipping. Okay.
My name is Chidi. I'll give you $100.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Chief.
Chief?
Yes, sir.
Elder.
Chief Elder. Hey, you don't get two titles, so. All right, my brother, here's the microphone. All right, this our wonderful chief here says he's supporting the event with $100. Yes. Another honorable member of the house, our own DJ, my brother. Yes, the microphone.
This one, that's a saboteur. You are a saboteur.
$200. Man, please put your hands together as these people are reaching out the door. Thank you. Thank you. Another honorable member from another honorable member of the House, Chief Athanasius Yowakwe.
Because you put chief, I already handed my check to him.
All right. Now, moving on to another honorable member, Emma Emori. Here's the microphone.
5 million naira.
Yes. My name is Emma Emori. I do have one question for the
question.
I'm taking it back. The time for give your money.
People are living.
It might not necessarily not be question, but it might be just for my own acknowledgement. Presently, from what I've heard and what I've seen, sorry I left Nigeria a very long time ago.
Yes.
I think I spent almost 19 years before you came. So, presently, they said before the election, we already know who's going to be the president.
Yes.
Most of the time. So, if that's the case, and we're able to get all this information and build this empire that we're trying to build now, and get everybody to vote, what will guarantee us that that particular voting that we're putting will be counted? and the right person who is you will go in as the president.
Yes.
Thank you very much. There is nothing as strong as the will of a people who are determined to change the course of history. My usual answer, should I let you drop the money first before I answer?
That's good.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is that wherever there's a will to change the course of history, it will always count. And the way I answer this is 2015. When Nigerians, whether rightly or wrongly, decided in 2015 that they wanted a different president, the person that won the election spent the least amount of money, and he won the election. In 2019, what is at stake is not the same thing that is at stake in Ekiti State. In fact, there's something to note about Ekiti State in elections this year. Whenever a desperate party wins in Ekiti, they will lose the general election. It happened in 2014 and 2015. What you see this year is that social media, which don't used to play a role in elections, will play even bigger role in the election, in making the election transparent. Because you will find last time we had instant announcement of election results. This year, okay, you will find instantaneous release of election results. That is by 12 noon on February 16, 2019, which is my birthday. Yes, I was born that same day. We will know the president of Nigeria, and it will be the person standing in front of you that day.
Thank you. We have to bring you back because we want to learn a lot. But tonight, let me give to Chief. Where's Chief?
Thank you. Please, let's not spend all night asking and answering all these questions. Let's take care of business first. We'll get back to the question and answer session.
Can I give a quick
Let me just say something.
Please, what we'll do, I'm going to ask Ugo. If you have question, we'll ask it, we'll write it down. But Mr. President will not answer the question, but we don't mind your question, we'll just write it down. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, another honorable member here in the House, the one and the only Chief Ekweme,
the only baby face we have in the house
of Imo State. Ekweme of
California.
California too. Please.
Well, the person I'm supposed to address is in conversations. Let me ask this I'm going to support his bid for the presidency of Nigeria with a sum of $200.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Moving along. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can I come to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Moving along. I know that quite a few of my Mickey members are all inside their VIP room. My brother, come. Come. I beg. Do what you need to do. Give your support.
Yes.
How much will you donate?
Good evening, everybody. And you saw me speaking my language,
yes,
the redialect to him. This guy here is actually from, it's my own, like I say. When Onwatoku told me about it at the soccer, I said, well, I will do my possible best. In fact, something happened, that's why I couldn't be here on time. But I thank God my brother was here. He told me by the aggregate So it's like a royal prince in the house, and I will give all the support I will. For sure, all the support. Now I will give it.
Are you going? All right. Now, I'm not too sure how far this microphone can go, but so far it's doing very, very well. My brother.
Yes.
I caught you before I could get in there. So, yeah.
The future president over there. Honorable President 2019, Mr. Sowore, congratulations in advance. I know you will be successful in getting the position. So anyway, he's not really paying attention.
Come on. Oh, 1 second.
While we take care of this business.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, like I was saying, I already told you that since my friend made me aware of you, I've been following you all the way on YouTube. Right now, I feel like I know you. Like you're a brother from a mother. You know. So, anyways, like I said, just make sure the people you bring along with you to the presidency are not about who are going to hijack your presidency. So it's not going to be easy. But besides that, I'm going to support you with $200. Wow.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yes. You say you have ATM or something.
Oh, there's no reception in there.
Oh, no. So far it's working. So far it's working. So far it is working. Now, my brother, there is reception.